Hello, and welcome to our lesson on calculating the area and circumference of circles. Perimeter of a circle, learning how to calculate the circumference using the formula C equals 2πr. Protractor. Today, we will explore mathematical concepts involving circles, and we'll see how the special number p plays a central role in these calculations. We will first focus on understanding pi and explain why it's vital when working with circles. Then we'll learn how to find the circumference of a circle using the radius or diameter and pi. We will then explore the formula for the area of a circle and understand how pi is used in this calculation. Finally, we'll work through some examples to put our new skills into practice. Before we delve into the formulas, let's understand what pi is. Pi is a special mathematical constant approximately equal to 3.14159265. We often use a special symbol to mean approximate, so you can use this for pi since it has infinite decimal places without repeating, so we can never write it out fully. Pi is a crucial number when working with circles because it represents the ratio of the circumference of any circle to its diameter. As we will see, it's essential in almost all circle calculations. This is exemplified in the first circle formula we'll look at. Now let's turn to calculating the circumference of a circle. The circumference of a circle is the total length around the circle akin to the perimeter of polygons. It is the length we would get if we opened up a circle and laid it down flat. To calculate the circumference c when you know the radius r of the circle, you use the formula c equals 2πr. Since the radius is half of the diameter, another way of expressing the circumference is as c equals pi d. Now let's look at calculating the area of a circle. The area of a circle is the space contained within its circumference. To calculate this, you use the formula A equals pi r squared. The explanation behind how these formulae work is rather complex and was a major mathematical discovery. We won't go through it here, but if you're curious, we encourage you to read more about it. For now, we'll look at examples that apply our new knowledge. Let's start with calculating the circumference of a circle. In this diagram, we have a circle with a radius of 5 centimeters. Pause the video and see if you can calculate its circumference. You might need a calculator if you want the exact value. The method we use is this. First, we recall our formula that the circumference equals 2πr. We know the value of the radius from the diagram, so we can substitute this into the equation to get c equals 2 times pi times 5. We therefore find that c equals 10 pi. Now, if we want a numerical value, we can use the approximation of pi that we learned earlier. Substitute this into c equals 10 pi, and we find that the circumference is approximately equal to 31.42 centimeters. Next, let's calculate the area of a circle. Again, pause and see if you can do this yourself. All right, let's work through this problem. First, recall the formula for the area, which is area equals pi r squared. Using this formula, we can sub in for r equals 7, and we find that the area is 49 pi centimeters squared. Again, using the approximation for pi we learned earlier, we find that the area approximately equals 153.94 centimeters squared. Notice that when calculating area, the units of the answer are squared. This is because when you square the radius, you need to think about squaring the units also. Finally, let's apply what we've learned to a more practical example. Suppose you have a circular garden with a diameter of 8 meters, and you want to find out how much fencing you need to enclose it. To find out how much fencing we need to enclose the garden, we need to calculate the circumference. So first write out your formula for the circumference of a circle, which is 2πr. Then we need to find the radius. Since the diameter is twice the radius, we can divide the diameter of 8 meters by 2 to find that the radius is 4 meters. Now we substitute the radius into the circumference formula to find that c equals 8 pi. Using the approximation for pi, we find that c equals approximately 25.13 meters. So you would need approximately 25.13 meters of fencing to enclose the garden. By working through these examples, we've seen how to calculate both the circumference and area of circles using pi. In today's lesson, we explored the essential concepts of calculating the area and circumference of circles. We began by understanding pi, a crucial mathematical constant which represents the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. We then learned the formula for finding the circumference, c equals 2πr, where r is the radius. This formula helps us determine the total length around a circle. Following that, we delved into calculating the area of a circle using the formula a equals pr squared, which gives us the space contained within the circle's boundaries. To solidify our understanding, we worked through example problems, calculating the circumference and area for circles with given radii. Through these examples, we demonstrated the practical application of these formulas, equipping you with the skills to tackle real-world problems involving circular shapes. Mastering these calculations not only enhances your geometry skills, but also prepares you to solve problems involving circular objects with confidence and precision.